Welcome to Inside the Blue Zone. This is your host, Davion Hartfield.
I'm Luis Jimenez.
I'm Alex Trejo.
I'm Nico Viesca.
I'm Xander.
I'm Joshua.
I'm CJ Acosta.
Matthew Lisola.
And today we're going to start talking about league. So our first opponent is Imperial. It's going to be a pretty good game because they have a good team. We're excited about it. It's at Imperial this week. After Imperial, we have, I think, Southwest. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. Then Collects, and then Belgame. Belgame is the most exciting game because, you know, it's 81st or 82nd anniversary of the Belgame. It's going to be pretty fun.
All right, so first and foremost, okay, so how has practice been for the upcoming game for Imperial? Anything changes or anything? Or what's the intensity? Oh, let's go.
It's been pretty intense. Lineman-wise, we're just always hitting. We're always fighting, competing. I know me and Josh are sweating every day on the boards. We're going versus Davion and Isaiah, pretty good opponents. We're getting ready for our league play. We got some of the best D linemen in the Valley, so it kind of helps when we go against other D linemen after facing Davion and Isaiah.
Going off of what Xander said, practice has been really intense. Just the film every morning for the linemen, a film after practice, staying until 8:30, 9 o'clock after school. It's just a lot of practice. The practice has been intense. Just competing with each other, that's the biggest thing. I think the ones going versus the ones, especially on scout, that's the biggest thing, getting us better every day and preparing us for each and every week, especially this week coming up versus Imperial.
Honestly, offensive wise, I think it's the best week this week because we have more intensity. Nico was attacking the gaps, and Olin went opening the gaps pretty well. Then the receivers were doing pretty good. I was doing pretty good. And defensively, defense always does good. But they were intense, and it looks like we're gonna win.
I feel like this game is all built around discipline. Like, we can't be too high in our heads and all that. Obviously Imperial's a team that they want to beat us 100%. They have something on their shoulder from last year because it's been, it was a pretty close game. And they thought they should have came out with a dub, but at the end of the day, this is just another game. This ain't no Bell game. This ain't no Super Bowl. This is another league game, and we're just ready to dominate with this game. There's a lot of been talking off in the off season, and a lot of chirping and a lot of drama. The Jaden Ayala, he transferred our sophomore year. Y'all could talk. Yeah. Sophomore year. Yeah. So that's pretty big, and so this is gonna be a pretty solid game for sure. There's a lot of talking, a lot of talking, and a lot of and I grew up with Jaden too. When we played football together, and then JJ too, and then my cousin Darren, and I worked out and with them half the line, like Jordan and Darren, all of them in San Francisco. So it's gonna be a great game. And it's a very tense game, and I'm very excited for this game. And we've been working really hard in practice. Could you explain how practice been as a wide receiver?
Practice. We just been trying to clean things up. Last week we didn't have the cleanest game, so going into a game like Imperial where they're 6-0, it's not easy to go undefeated through this part of the season. Whether you're playing the best teams or the worst teams, wins are hard to come by. So we just know that we have to go out there and play a clean game. We don't have to do anything spectacular. Just play to the best of our abilities and go out there and get the win by doing that.
From a defensive standpoint, practice has looked very, very fast this week. We've been ready. Our offense has give us a very good look of what to expect this week. We're ready for whatever they run. We have a pretty good defense for this week, and we're ready to show what we can do against Imperial.
Defensively we've been making the receivers better, like the DBs and safeties especially. Just going 100% on every play and being really physical with them, and just making sure everybody knows what they're doing, even the backups, just in case someone goes down or anything like that. And this week has just been all about preparing for IVLs. And this game for me personally is really big because I always grew up in Imperial, and I only came Central's the only year I came for high school, but my whole elementary and middle school I was always in Imperial, so a lot of my friends are over there and in Imperial, so if I won't hear the end of it, so it's always me that tells everybody what's going on and stuff like that. So it's a really big game for me and just everyone. So just as long as we do our jobs and everybody goes 100% every play, it should be just fine.
So Trey, this is your third year playing for varsity. So I just have a little question. Like, what does it feel like going into league? And do you think it gets a little more chippier, a little more intense, just when you go into league against all these teams in the Valley? Just because, you know, you all know each other, like you said.
Yeah, for me, this is you know, everybody talks smack to me. Like, not to me, but like by everyone, just because they're more comfortable with me than like anyone on the Central team. Because, you know, I just have a lot of friends over there, especially in Imperial. So yeah, I would say this is a pretty big game for me, and you could like, I don't know, it's gonna be a good game for sure though.
I mean, I think we all know just all the smack talking has been going around the Valley, just especially with us being like the team to beat and like everybody's biggest game. I mean, but coming with all the trash talk and all the noise, how are you guys able to block it out? I mean, me, I just let the game talk. I mean, go out there and ball out. It's the only thing we could do, because at the end of the day, a win's a win. And I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. The smack talk's not gonna mean anything at the end of the day if we come up with the W. So I think that's the biggest thing. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I just let my play do the work. At the end of the day, you could talk, but could you really play? So, you know, the O-line can say everything you want. The team can say anything you want, but it's about who comes out with that dub. So, yeah, I feel like that's how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah, just to shoot out another question. What's the biggest weakness you guys think that we have offensively and defensively?
I'm gonna answer something real quick. Our biggest weakness is ourself and our mental. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not our playing. Our play is good, but like, you know, when we get in our head, that's the biggest weakness. Both sides around the ball. It's not like, oh, we're not strong, we're not athletes. We're all athletes. We all could dominate. We just get in our head and start overthinking things. When we start overthinking things, everything goes downhill. So I feel like if we just stay out our head and they keep us smooth the momentum up, we'll be great for playoffs and everything like that. So yeah, there's no really strong weakness like performance-wise or personal.
So piggyback off of what Davion said, Coach Brian Martin has been talking to us about overcomplicating things. We've been overcomplicating things a lot on defense. We're running a very simple defense this week, so he just wants us to stay out of our own mind, stop thinking so much, and just play the game just like how we usually do.
Yeah, following what CJ said, our defense has changed a lot this week. We've been working on like simplifying everything and just keeping it simple. We know we have great athletes and just letting them shine on how we play our defense.
And the offensive standpoint, honestly, our biggest weakness is ourselves. If we start off slow, it's going to translate into the entire game. So we got to start aggressive through the first drive, so it's going to determine everything else. If we start off slow, it's going to be hard to catch up after. But if we start completing short routes, Nick will start hitting the gaps, and the O-line start making big holes or just containing the defensive line so our athletes can make plays. That's going to be a good game. Besides Imperial, are you guys excited for the other games?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for City Champs. This is going to be my last City Champs, my City Champ game, and I'm excited to ball out in front of my family. And also, what is it, senior night, or what is it? Senior night. Yeah. Senior night. I'm excited for that. You know, that'll be pretty cool. My last one, so it's my senior year. You know, it's already, this season came by fast. Like, dude, this is already our last couple of games, so it's pretty shocking. Like, after this, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I know I'm taking everything for I'm pretty thankful for all the games I have. I'm trying to ball out, and you know.
Honestly, I feel like high school has been going by so fast. We're already in the 7th game. I feel like my sophomore year and a couple of others, it was like a couple weeks ago. During football season, it goes by really fast, and like I'm just trying to like enjoy the moment, because after high school, like not much of us were gonna play college football, and yeah.
So what kind of message do you think this game against Imperial is going to send out to the rest of the Valley, win or lose? From
a win standpoint, I feel it's just show that, you know, this record doesn't mean nothing. You know, Imperial's undefeated. You know, that simply doesn't mean nothing, like, at all.
Basically what Davion said, just because they're 6-0 doesn't really mean anything. And, you know, they think we're like their rival, but it's really not. Like, Brawley's always been our rival, and, you know, they try to make it a rival when it's not. And so that's just something to keep in the back of our head, that they're just another team that we have to give them their first loss. So that's just the biggest thing.
Coach Penny always talks about going 1-0 every week. So, like, whoever we play, no matter what their record is or who they are, I just try to go in there and just try to come out with the win. I don't really mind if they're 6-0 or 0-6. I'm still going to play my game, and just, you know, it usually results in a W. So, you know, I try to block all that extra stuff out. I just want to play football and then keep it inside the lines.
I mean, yeah, I think
moving for this week, I mean, I think getting the W is going to just send a message to the Valley. I mean, even though this team is 6-0, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. But I think moving forward in the league, just coming out the W is going to be big for us, especially our momentum moving forward and just our mentality is going to the next games. I mean, just going out there and just playing hard.
So everyone's like hyping this game up to the max. You know what I mean? Like it's some second bell game. This is personally us. We're like, this is another game to us. Like this is like, it's another game in league. You know, it's the first start of the league. It's not no bell game or nothing like that. I don't care. The Imperials putting up posters. How do y'all feel about them putting up posters like that and all the talk?
Honestly, we can let them talk everything they want, but the game's gonna determine who's better, right?
I know.
Imperials like posting everything at Johnny Burritos or everywhere. It's just like they're trying to get into our heads and like determine before, like just try to get into our heads before the game, you know. But honestly, I'm really excited. We just gotta let the game talk.
Yeah, point is, we're gonna let the game talk for itself. So Matt, how do you feel about this upcoming game? Like all the trash talking on that.
Feel great. We have a great defense to kind of shut them up in a way. Or yeah. I do feel like they have been trash talking a lot, trying to make it another bell game. It's not really a rivalry. We're gonna go out and do our thing though, and of course we're gonna see who's better.
You know, the trash talk is a constant. Central's been on top really in the Valley since Coach Peñas came, and just being on top kind of makes a lot of haters appear from really out of nowhere, you know, in the own Valley. In Imperial, it's I think it is very much they want to be more relevant, just like us and Brawley, because we really are the top two teams in the Valley. But Imperial, I don't know what to say really about that. That I just think maybe after we win, hopefully they'll take all that stuff out the windows at Johnny Burritos, take all the posters down. There's no need for that because the game's literally Friday. It's just another game, and hopefully it's just another dub.
For sure. And we're not being cocky and over our heads, for sure. We just know the game. It's been like this forever. Like, they were supposed to beat us our sophomore year, right? And it was 34-0, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
then last year and all that. It was just going in there and playing our game. Like, we're not over our heads. We're just, you know, we're a strong, confident team. And any more questions or not cool? All right, y'all. So we're going to end this podcast. I want to thank everybody, and I'll see y'all Friday or so.